How's it going, everyone? Alex here from GoGrindSoccer. In today's video, I want to show you guys my full individual first touch wall session. When I filmed this, we were snowed in. We had a crazy blizzard the day before, so I couldn't go to the field. I couldn't go to the facility where I work, so I had to make do and go to the basement of my apartment complex and get a session with the wall. In this training session, I focus on getting tons and tons of touches with all surface areas on my foot and some changing direction work as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys try it out for yourselves. Let's get right into it.
The first exercise in this training session is wall juggling. This exercise is to serve as our technical warm-up after our dynamic stretching and warm-up. No restrictions with this one, just really make sure to keep the ball up, playing 1-2 touches, maybe even more touches if you need it, just trying to keep the ball up and not let it drop. So your goal here is to try and get as many wall passes consecutively as possible. My record for this was around 100 and something, I don't remember. You're going to do about 5 minutes of wall juggling before moving on to the next drill. The next drill is 3-2-1 wall juggling. So just like the last exercise, the goal of this drill is to keep the ball up using the wall, but this time there is a restriction. And this restriction is that you have to stay in order with the number of touches you take. So for example, the first time you need to do just 1 touch, the second time it's 2 touches, and then the third time is 3 touches, and you keep repeating that in that order. You're going to do this for about 3 minutes before moving on to the next drill. This next exercise is freestyle wall passing. It's a very simple and straightforward drill. All you're doing is setting up a 2x2 box, playing a pass to the wall, and then receiving the ball with the first touch, and then just dribbling freely inside this 2x2 box. The goal with this drill is to be creative, try new skills, get comfortable using the ball with different touches, and honestly just to develop comfort on that ball. For this drill, I like to practice different turns, different ways to receive the ball, different ways to cut, and sometimes I just picture myself trying to fake it, going one way, trying to beat the defender going the other way, and doing different things that I think are specific to my game. I did about 5 sets of this, so you can do as many sets as you'd like. I went for about 45 seconds each set, and then I took a 45-second rest. So do as many sets as you'd like. This is a really good drill, and I honestly highly recommend it, so give it a go. The next exercise is gated touches. So all we're doing is we're taking 2 touches through the gate and then backing up and taking a touch across the back cone. When performing this drill, really think about moving your body with the ball when doing it. As you can see, sometimes I messed up because I didn't move my body with the ball, which would make the touch too soft or the touch too heavy and not good enough to take it across the cone. So when doing this drill, really focus on moving your body, shuffling your body with the ball as it travels through the gate. So you're going to do about 3 sets of this exercise. The first set is with the inside across the cone, as you see above, and the next set is going to be with outside of the foot across the cone. So same exact pattern, except this time for the second set, you're just using the outside of your foot. For the third set, as you're going to see, it's going to be with the back foot. So the next drill is the same exact pattern as the previous one, except this time we're adding shoulder checks. And this makes the drill a lot harder than it looks. So the goal for this drill is to develop that habit of checking your shoulders, and this is extremely important, especially if you're a midfielder. When performing this drill, you want to think about checking your shoulder as the ball is coming to you from the wall. So as soon as that ball leaves your foot, check your shoulder actively. Don't just check your shoulder for the sake of doing it, but actually pay attention to what's around you. For example, when I did this, I was paying attention to the cars around me, to the different colors, to the snow outside. I was trying to pay attention to what's around me. That way I can really process the information around me before taking that touch. And also, a common mistake that I found myself doing a lot was checking my shoulder as I made the pass. So I would literally do a no-look pass. And in fact, if you go back to the freestyle drill, I was doing that same mistake again. So you want to try and not do that. You want to try and check your shoulder as the ball leaves your foot. So after the ball leaves your foot, that's when you check your shoulder. So again, you're going to do about 3 sets, each set being a different type of touch. The first set is going to be with the inside across, the second set with the outside of the foot, and then the last set, as you see on screen, is going to be with the back foot. So this next drill I did was adding on to that previous drill. So now, instead of just checking our shoulders for the sake of doing it, we're now adding an actual awareness component to pay attention to. So for this one, I set up a tripod with a few color cues, and I would check my shoulder and then not react, but literally just yell out loud the color I would see on screen. So as you can see, I changed up the pattern of the drill a little bit. So I would just take one touch through the gate and then back up. And I just did this because I wanted to be quick. I wanted to really work on being able to pass and move into the next space instead of just staying in one spot. So that's why I changed up the pattern. But if you wanted to stick with the previous pattern, you can also do that. Another tip for doing this drill is you want to think about having your body a little bit open. So kind of have your shoulder half facing forward. That way it's easier for you to turn. You kind of want to receive the ball a lot with your back foot in this one, just because you really want to mimic having that shoulder facing forward as if you're about to turn, reacting to a defender pressing you, and then playing it back to your defender. So since I changed up the pattern, I had to do a set for each foot. So I did about 3 sets each foot, so for a total of 6 sets for this drill. If you don't have access to a tripod or a color cue app, I use the switched on training app, by the way. If you want to download it, it's free on the App Store. But if you do not have access to a tripod like this, you can literally just get a friend to hold up some numbers behind you or a few colored cones, and then just you can yell out the color you see. So these last 2 drills are working on opening up and then cutting back. If you saw one of my Instagram posts, I made a post where Busquets does this a lot, and it's a very effective skill that I actually really want to implement more in my game. So all we're doing for this drill is we're opening up with the back foot, and then we're cutting back using the inside of the foot to change our pace and our body position. You really want to think about opening up your body to face one direction and then faking a pass and shifting your body position to face another way. This really throws off the defender, especially when they commit. You want to use the defense's momentum against them. So this is just a good way to practice that skill. Obviously, you need to do this against a real person for it to work, but you really want to make sure you practice the technical side of it. That way, when you actually want to do it in a game, you can pull it off. For this drill, I did about 2 sets of 1 minute on each side. So the next drill is pretty much the same exact pattern, except this time we're cutting with the sole of the foot. So same exact thing, we're opening up our body to face a certain direction, and then we're cutting back using a fake pass using the sole. So again, just like the last drill, you want to do about 2 to 3 sets of 1 minute on each side.
Alright guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that session. I hope you guys will try it out for yourselves. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It will mean so much for me and my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.